Rahim Sahab and Haris Chaudhry Sahab. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu Alaikum. I have a written text. I'll begin with that, and then I'll come to Urdu on your demand. Chief Executive Officer, Universal Service Fund, Chief Executive Officer, Jazz, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to deliver remarks at this ceremony. Since the adoption of the United Nations Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development Goals in 2015, Pakistan has worked to mainstream all of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals in its policies, plans, and strategies. As one of the first countries to endorse the 2030 Agenda, our political commitment and national ownership is reflected in Pakistan's adoption of SDGs as part of our national development agenda. Pakistan's long-term development agenda as well as provincial development strategies are aligned with the SDGs. While achieving progress on all goals is significant for Pakistan, the government has prioritized SDG 2, which is no hunger, SDG 3, which is good health and well-being, SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. These four particular SDGs require immediate attention to achieve rapid results, which will also pave the way for achieving the remaining goals. Ladies and gentlemen, the UN Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development fundamentally recognizing that the speed of information and communication technology and global interconnectedness has great potential to accelerate human progress, to bridge the digital divide, and to develop knowledge societies. While none of the SDGs is specifically about information and communication technology, ICTs, however, underpin the achievement of every single SDG. At national level, the role of Universal Service Fund of the Ministry of IT and Telecom is commendable in accelerating the progress on SDGs through its next generation broadband for sustainable development projects that are aimed at provision of access to telecommunication services in unserved and underserved areas of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, on SDG 2, which is no hunger, ICTs can help reduce hunger and increase food security by giving farmers direct access to market information, weather forecasts, as well as agriculture-related expert advice. It also plays a vital role in improving service delivery of government initiatives aimed at poverty alleviation and social safety. A case in point is a SARS emergency cash program, where the government disbursed rupees 203 billion, which is $1.23 billion, mostly through digital cash payments to 15 million families in Pakistan in its bid to target the vulnerable segments of the population amid COVID-19 pandemic. This initiative was implemented in record time with complete transparency due to the employment of smart digital solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, information and communication technology is also essential for achieving progress on SDG 3, which is good health and well-being. ICTs can deliver substantial and significant benefits across the whole of the healthcare ecosystem. Connectivity enables health workers to be connected to information and diagnostic services, while analytics can help make projection about disease outbreaks. We are currently passing through one of the most challenging times in human history. COVID-19 pandemic has posed unprecedented socio-economic and health challenges to the international community. To fight the pandemic effectively, our government has adopted a three-pronged policy that focused on saving lives, saving livelihoods, and salvaging the economy. The efficient use of information and communication technology is the cornerstone of our fight against the coronavirus. We have effectively utilized ICT inter alia in raising public awareness through mobile networks, COVID-19 testing and data reporting, contact tracing through geofencing and registration of vaccination. Ladies and gentlemen, another important SDG that has witnessed remarkable progress due to ICTs is SDG 4, which is quality education. ICTs help improve education globally, allowing students to access learning assets and teachers to prepare for classes anytime, anywhere. ICTs can also assist in opening up access to education for all, particularly underserved populations and those living in remote, resource-poor areas. The significance of ICT in education sector has increased many folds, especially during ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has focused and forced our country into temporary lockdowns that immediately became a roadblock for education of our children and our youth. Continuing education in these uncertain times was made possible due to effective utilization of e-learning IT solutions. The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with National Information Technology Board, developed an online portal, e-Taaleem, to ensure uninterrupted education services for our children. Similar e-learning portals were also developed by provincial governments. One such good example is the e-Learn Punjab by the provincial government of Punjab. Let me also commend the Jazz Foundation for its Jazz Smart School program that commenced in 2019 before the pandemic and laid the foundation of the success of e-learning solutions during the lockdown. Pakistan has also prioritized SDG 8. The progress on this SDG is invariably linked the information and communication technology. Needless to state that ICT skills have become a prerequisite for many forms of employment in the 21st century. Digital technology is transforming the way that business is being done everywhere. From traditional employment sectors, including manufacturing and the health sector, to new sectors such as offshore services. Moreover, ICT is important for economic and productivity growth. Recent research indicates that a 10% increase in ICT capital services is associated with 0.9, which is almost 1% increase in GDP. This is why the government of Pakistan attaches special significance to the digital skills development to empower youth, being the most precious asset of Pakistan. The Ministry of Information and Technology has launched Pakistan's first online training program, Digi Skills, to equip youth with digital skills that are in demand in global freelance markets. Similarly, under its Kamyab Jawan initiative, the government of Pakistan has introduced state-of-the-art national job portal called Next, which is also connected with 100 plus career counseling and job placement centers across the country for in-person career counseling. In the end, let me reiterate that the government of Pakistan is constantly striving to improve its citizens' quality of life and economic well-being by ensuring availability of accessible, affordable, reliable, universal and high-quality digital services. Our government strongly believes in mass adoption of emerging digital technologies and innovative applications to enable cross-sectoral socio-economic development and transformation of economic activities, governance models, social interaction, and achievement of sustainable development goals. अमीन साहब, अब मैं जिन ख्यालात